If you position yourself just right in this water, you can see the underwater fog while not being underwater. This is specific to this body of water, it doesn't happen with any others. If you move away from this valve after using it once, you can use it again. The only effect of using it again will be the sound of moving water. If you stand inside this electrified container, these headcrabs will jump straight to their death. On this map, if you go to the previous level and then back again, the helicopter will shoot at you. If you proceed through the level, the helicopter will go back to its normal path and eventually disappear. AR2 energy balls do nothing to barnacles. This was fixed in the episodes, although I'm not sure of any place where you can demonstrate it normally, so I just cheated it. There are male and female versions of most Citizen voice lines.
We'll come with you.
We'll come with you.
The game is able to automatically determine which version of the line it should play because it actually does know the gender of citizens. The only place I know of where there's a problem with this is in episode 1. The player can try to direct these citizens to go to a place as they would be able to in Follow Freeman and Anti-Citizen 1. The citizens will reject the order though, saying one of two lines, and one of these lines does not have a female version.
Alright, I'm moving. Jeez. Alright, I'm moving. Jeez.
Vehicles can cause the game's camera to turn to face forward even if the game is paused, as long as the rotation began before pausing the game. When certain things happen, such as an important NPC dying, there will be a text message that appears. The ones in Half-Life 2 are written from the perspective of G-Man and match ones in Half-Life 1. In Episode 2, these messages are clearly written from the perspective of a Vortigaunt. In Episode 1, however, the only fail message is a very simple "Alex died." This, along with the fact that Episode 1 is the only game to use title case instead of all caps in chapter titles, seems like it may be suggesting something about Gordon in Episode 1. NPCs grabbed by barnacles aren't actually dead yet, they can still be interacted with in some ways. You can still attack them in any way, including with the gravity gun. The outside of the Overwatch Nexus's dome is not modeled on the inside map. You can tell this by simply looking from either of the two bridges on that map. Dropped bug bait will stick onto whatever surface it hits. The only way to see this is to die while standing over a sloped surface and holding the bug bait. On this map, if you try to leave the building before killing both of the Striders, they will use their cannon attack to kill you instantly. While it is risky, you can use this to distract the Striders and potentially land free hits on them. If the player and Alex can both get past these soldiers without killing them all, the remaining soldiers just won't care. They refuse to go up the stairs. Barnacles will die in a single hit from the crowbar. This isn't difficult to find out, but with how many people I've seen not put this information to use, it clearly must not be common knowledge. On this map, if you stand in just the right spot, you can make antlions spawn stuck inside you, which has weird results. You can stand on top of this slope. This bug exists in all Source games, and is probably why you don't see this kind of slope very often. There are some other places like this in the Citadel, but they're all as equally interesting. Here is a fun skip that you can do. On easy, it's quite survivable, but on hard, you'll have to be really careful.